Peace, power, family. What's going on out there? This is Block Bully coming at you. We in crypto news episode going on. Currently recording for the YouTube family, well as New Money Matrix. Be recording. There will be no live viewing. So we'll do a couple of news stories that I deemed important to bring to the family's attention. But then I'll come and double back later on with a actual countdown and look at the maybe 10 coins. I'm about 20, and then a short analysis. There's one story that I found that I made cover that gives an analysis of the some of the top cryptocurrency. Use that as my actual countdown as as for those listening to Spotify. So, first and foremost, I believe I said this a while ago that Binance was going to create a stable coin. I think I said this a while ago. Anyways, Binance's new stablecoin is a serious threat to Tether's dominance. Now, I haven't yet read the story. It's my first time hearing that they were coming stablecoin. I think solid. Unless I did the story on it previously, I just don't remember. But anyways, it says world's biggest crypto exchange to the game. Let's see what they talk. According to Wei Zhao, the chief financial officer at Binance. I wonder who that is. A lot of these individuals are all family. This is family unit moving. I hope y'all understand that and see what's going on. Remember, his name is Changpeng Zhao, right? Am I right? Let me see. Let me see. CZ. Where is CZ's name at? Just real quick, I'm almost certain. ZHAO. Spelled differently, though it seems as if it's pronounced the same. In the this O could just has simply supposed to have been an A. Anyways, according to Wei Zhao, the chief financial officer at Binance, the most widely utilized trading platform, and the exchange is to a stable coin in the upcoming months, possibly to compete against Tether. Now, pay attention. For them to want to compete against Tether, to compete against the U.S. dollar. Well, it depends on what they're backing coin by. Read more before I get any type of prediction. Interview reported, Zhao reported that the exchange plans to launch a stablecoin in a matter of weeks to a month or two. Although there were some periods wherein the dominance of Tether demonstrated signs of slight decline in December of 2018 and April of 2019, ultimately, due to strong demand from users in Asia, Tether has been able to secure its dominance over the global stablecoin market. According to a report released by DR, Tether's on-chain transaction volume, meaning the volume of the stablecoin on a blockchain networks like Tron and soon EOS, achieved a new all-time high for 2019. On-chain data shows Tether movements hitting a new all-time high for 2Q of 19, with 1 month left of the calendar for the period. What is most strikingly, we're going in the third quarter. So what is it? February, March, April, May, June, July, August. What is most likely available? So we're going in July, August, September. That'll be third quarter. October, November, December. That's your fourth quarter. What is most striking, however, is the volume coming in and out of Chinese exchanges dwarfs Western and global trading venues and accounts for more than half of the total transactions value of known parties. Pay attention to this. The volume coming in and out of Chinese exchanges dwarfs Western and global trading venues and accounts for more than half of the total transaction value of known parties, a research firm. So that means the largest amount of transactions Tether on-chain received by exchanges were even. Okay, yep, 2019. US was almost, US was pretty much dominating. 2017, 2018, China taking over. Now that means they are grabbing a United States dollar equivalent cryptocurrency. The majority of Tether's transaction volume in the second quarter of 2019 was driven by China, which currently has a major user base of the stablecoin. Considering the network effect Binance has over the global exchange crypto exchange market and its international user base, a native stablecoin issued by Binance could demonstrate a strong merit to users. For stablecoins, liquidity is crucial. Despite the compelling features of other stablecoins like the Gemini dollar and USDC, issued by strictly regulated exchanges, Gemini and Circle, in compliance with the United States regulators, the volume of Tether on Binance dwarfs rival stablecoins. As of June 6th, the BTC to USD pair is trading with a volume of nearly 300 million. In comparison, the BTC to PAX pair, the second biggest BTC to stable coin pair on Binance, is trading with a volume of 18 million. Based on Bloomberg's report, Binance does not intend to directly compete against Tether, nor launch a USD-backed stablecoin. Instead, it is eyeing other reserve currencies like the euro and the yen. From the user's perspective, only certain portions of the world use the dollar. Other users use other currencies, and we feel it should be reflected in stablecoins as well. But that's interesting that he's shying and not going with the USD. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna go with the euro and the yen. Interesting. For many users based in Asia, although it's interesting, the biggest, hmm, interesting. Binance is eyeing other reserve currencies like the euro and the yen. So they're not rocking with USD. That's how I'm taking it. For many users based in Asia, although the dollar remains a frequently quoted reserve currency, trading pairs with reserve currencies in Asia, such as the yen or the Korean won, could be compelling for local investors. Not directly competing against Tether may be the best way to establish dominance. Interesting. Considering that Tether's volume dwarfs the volume of competing stablecoins, competing head on against Tether by issuing a USD backed stablecoin may not be the most practical way of building a new user base for a new product. With the general volume in the crypto market on the rise, and major markets like Japan and South Korea seeing recovery in crypto volumes, offering an alternative stablecoin based on other reserve currencies could provide Binance with a market to penetrate in the near term. Japan accounts for 3.58% of the global Bitcoin volume, according to Crypto Compare, which is higher than Europe and South Korea. USDT accounts for nearly 70% of Bitcoin volume, higher than the USD to BTC volume. Is that it? Hong Kong, yada, yada, yada. I guess that was it. So Binance coming out with a stable coin, and it's not going to be a USD. Well, it may. I mean, I say what it is and what it ain't. It may not be backed by USD. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll definitely keep everyone posted. Moving right along to the next story. Interestingly enough, something that I spoke on yesterday, being the Grin token. And here we have news that Grin's first hard fork is planned for July. Let's see what they have going on. Grin developers have reached a rough agreement on a block number and expected date of activation for the crypto network's first ever system-wide upgrade or hard fork. Proposed by Quentin Lescala, a Grin core developer and software engineer at blockchain startup BlockCypher, during a developer call on Tuesday, the proposed activation block number is 262,080. The network is expected to hit this block height on July 17th. On Wednesday, developers rediscussed Lescala's hard fork timeline, which also calls for launching a private test network for the upgrade in the beginning of June and activation of the upgrade on the public Grin test network called FlowNet on June of 2019. Taking a step back, Grin is a privacy-focused cryptocurrency that leverages a technology called Mimblewimble to obfuscate transaction activity. Launched back in January, Grin raised roughly $65,000 from crowdsourced donations in the months preceding its launch. After receiving a mysterious Bitcoin donation on early May worth roughly $300,000, the project presently holds roughly about 420,000 in funds. During today's impromptu meeting, Grin core developer Michael Cordner, who goes by the pseudonym Yeast Plume, emphasized that while the proposed timeline could change, efforts should be taken to stick by the schedule. If the date slips, we'll communicate it closer to the time, wrote Cordner in the developer chat room. But we should really try to keep to it, which is another reason why we should keep all non-hard fork related pull requests out until post Grin version 2.0. Kookaroo 29. The hard fork in July is actually one of four anticipated system-wide upgrades in Grin's 2-year roadmap of the Grin blockchain, designed to keep specialized mining hardware from proliferating on the network. Most notably, Grin employs two different proof-of-work mining algorithms that dictate the efficiency of using ASICs versus more general computing devices called GPUs. One called Kukatu 31 Plus is explicitly ASIC friendly, while the other, Kookaroo 29, is designed to optimize for GPU specific capabilities. Over time, the vision is to gradually phase out Kookaroo 29 in favor of Kukatu 31, given a philosophy that no mining algorithm can remain ASIC resistant forever. But in order to ensure that the secondary mining algorithm Kookaroo 29 stays truly ASIC resistant for the initial period of 2 years, Grin developers agreed to execute minor changes to the later upgrade every 6 or so months. Grin's first upcoming hard fork will execute a change to the Kookaroo 29 mining algorithm designed to ensure its ASIC resistant qualities on the network. However, the scholar emphasized to CoinDesk that in a matter of 2 years, this mining algorithm will disappear. In addition, Grin developers are expected to discuss sometime this month potential delays or holds the schedule of the Kukatu 31 Plus mining algorithm taking effect in 2021 and beyond. Some other changes. Outside of the mining algorithm tweak, Grin's first hard fork activation will also feature notable upgrades to the cryptocurrency's wallet software aimed at increasing wallet flexibility and usability. One of the proposals going into the hard fork titled Improved Bulletproof Rewind Scheme, the scholar tells CoinDesk will basically enable new kinds of wallets, including multi-signature wallets and watch-only wallets alongside regular ones. A watch-only wallet is just a way to see the output of a wallet, i.e. the balance and incoming funds, but you won't be able to spend them. This is useful for a lot of stuff. For example, auditing, or simply if you do not want to use your private key just to see your wallet balance. Additionally, Grin's wallet API will also get a boost to enable new functions such as transaction invoicing. Lascala highlighted. Regarding the new API version, Grin developer Yeast Plume has been working on it for some time now, and it's an enhanced version using JSON RPC compared to the previous one, which was used in REST. A website using Grin tokens can create an invoice, and the client only needs to sign it, which reduces the number of back and forth. Interesting. Remember, pay attention. A website using Grin tokens. Usability of the token itself. The scholar added that mining pools, exchanges, and other users interact with the Grin protocol will need to upgrade both their node and wallet software in order to accept new blocks and build transactions past the anticipated hard fork point. He also emphasized that while developers reached a consensus today around the hard fork timeline, all the dates in the document that I shared are tentative and not definitive, indicating potential for change also after further discussion in months to come. So just a little updated news on what's going on with Grin and his hard fork. Now, leading into some real meat and potatoes, we got Facebook. Facebook coming in. It's something going on. Maybe diabolical, may not. Facebook's radical Bitcoin. Beating cryptocurrency plans revealed, not revealed, given out. Come on, let's stop playing games with each other. Oh, this slipped out. This was miraculously shared. Now, bullshit. Everything is done purposely. There are no strange happenings. There are no mistakes, only lessons. Facebook, the social media giant that has been lurching from crisis to crisis in recent years, is gearing up to unveil its Bitcoin beating new cryptocurrency global coin later this month, according to reports. Ahead of the announcement, it's been reported that Facebook will cede control of the Bitcoin rival to an independent foundation It will cede control of the Bitcoin rival to an independent foundation in an effort to both deflect accusations of centralization and soothe financial regulators. So, what they're doing is they've created a trust. They are going to place control of this new Facebook cryptocurrency in the hands of the trust. This is just what I'm reading in between the lines. Facebook has been working with financial and technology companies. That way, they're not liable. Pay attention to what they're saying. In an effort to both deflect accusations of centralization, that means we don't control it, and soothe financial regulators. We're not liable. The more you know, the more you know. Facebook has been working with financial and technology companies in recent months. Excuse me, family. To build support for its planned rival to Bitcoin. It was first reported by tech news outlet The Information, citing people briefed on Facebook's plans. The Bitcoin Esquire cryptocurrency, or ESCO, what is this? Oh, man. I don't know where that's coming from. Excuse me, family. I do apologize. Let me see. What is this? In the style of resembling Bitcoin-esque. Bitcoin-esque. Okay. So it's a Bitcoin-esque. So it means to resemble in the style of. So the Bitcoin-esque cryptocurrency, which has been linked to a Facebook project codenamed Libra, is expected to be aimed at developing countries where traditional currencies are less stable. It will function as a borderless currency, according to the information's report. Facebook's Bitcoin rival will likely be a so-called stablecoin pegged to the US dollar and is expected to be integrated as a payment tool on Facebook's popular messaging app, WhatsApp and Messenger, and photo sharing app, Instagram. This is beyond like mind-boggling. So we now have a social media platform who has taken it upon itself and poof, out of thin air, created a cryptocurrency that is pegged, I don't know if hard peg or soft peg, to the US dollar, meaning it will represent $1. So I create a cryptocurrency, tell you that it's worth $1 and tell you how to transact with it. You give me your Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, fiat, whatever on ramp, off ramp I do have available for you to transact with this new form of currency. So you fill my pockets with currencies that are already worth actual other world currencies and such. And you make my currency now worth the same as your currency that you gave me, just from the transfer of energy that was man, this is crazy. Not to get too metaphysical with it or too off topic, but this is interesting. I'm telling y'all, this is what's going on right now is beyond scary when you really sit back and look at it. Though if you're only looking at it, and that's how I think beyond scary. People will also be able to buy the digital token through physical ATM like machines. While Facebook employees working on the project will be able to take their salary in the new currency, according to the information. The Bitcoin price, which has recently rallied to year-to-date highs, this is so they just created a new currency out of thin air and they say, hey, we're going to pay you guys with this instead of us paying you with dollars and giving you all checks how we've been doing it. We're just going to pay with this thing we just created, which will help us create possibly. The Bitcoin price, which has rallied to year-to-date highs, failed to react strongly to the latest Facebook cryptocurrency news. Although it has been desperately seeking direction over recent months as the traditional finance industry, global tech giants, and the world's regulators mold how to proceed with Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies. Last month, it was reported that the Bitcoin-inspired Facebook cryptocurrency will be rolled out for testing by the end of 2018, with plans to launch it in 2020 in up to a dozen countries around the world, potentially sending shockwaves throughout the burgeoning Bitcoin and cryptocurrency sector. Man, this is damn near like an attack on Bitcoin when you really, really, really look at it. This is It's warfare going on behind the scenes, is what I'm picking up. Facebook's embattled founder and chief chief executive Mark Zuckerberg has met with the Bank of England governor Mark Carney, the Bank of England, to discuss how a Facebook version of Bitcoin might work and the risk and regulation involved. It was reported by the BBC. Pay attention to the elbows that are being rubbed, family. Please don't be dumb to the facts of what's going on right in front of your face. Zuckerberg has taken a vastly different approach to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to his fellow social media CEO, Twitter's Jack Dorsey, appears to be more interested in supplementing Bitcoin than developing it. Facebook's interest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has excited many in the burgeoning sector, with one venture capitalist saying that recent revelations have lit a fire in the pants of every major financial technology and finance institution. It thought Facebook has been eyeing a move into broader financial services. It's thought Facebook has been eyeing a move into broader financial services since hiring former PayPal president Dave Marcus in 2014, who also became head of the company's blockchain division. All this shit has been planned. All this is planned. This stuff be interesting when you really get to digging in. You really can read between the lines and see what's really being said. Also, insight of how terminology works and who you're dealing with and what their position and roles are in society. Now, moving on to our last story, which is a crazy segue, just or follow from the previous. Oh, hold on. There we go. Barrels of oil may be paid for using crypto one day. This is what the head of Russian energy giant says. Now, keep the game. I did start paying attention. I started reading this one and I stopped when I got to a certain point. I'm like, I gotta let the first story of Facebook coin follow or proceed or lead this one. So it goes on to say the head of Russian oil company Rosneft has not ruled out the possibility of paying for oil using cryptocurrencies in the future, according to a report by snob.ru on June 6th. Igor Sinchin said the industry's acceptance and awareness of digital assets is beginning to rise as Silicon Valley tech giants, including Google, Amazon, and Apple, begin to explore the oil and gas sector. While he suggested the stablecoin Facebook is currently developing could one day be used to purchase oil by the barrel. Hold on. Pay attention to what he just said. Not Bitcoin, not Monero, not Ethereum. While he suggests that the stablecoin Facebook is currently developing could one day, this right here is the part of the implant that they're doing right now into the subliminal. They're already putting it out there that this is what probably is going to happen. Could one day, in turn, inducing your excitement and want for this coin to come out. While he suggested the stablecoin Facebook is currently developing could one day be used to purchase oil by the barrel, Sinchin warned there are some hurdles that cryptocurrencies need to overcome if they are to pique the interest of energy giants. He was quoted as saying, greater flexibility often means greater volatility, and digitalization creates risk for maintaining commercial secrets and leads to the need to create new regulatory mechanisms, additional reservations. Today, technology companies do not have quality answers to these fundamental questions. Pay attention that the digitalization creates risk for maintaining commercial secrets. Understand what the word commercial is? And those are the secrets they are protecting. Session was speaking at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Oil and cryptocurrencies have been linked before, with Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro issuing a coin known as the Petro, which was supposedly tied to the nation's reserves of commodities, including gold, diamonds, and oil. Last November, major oil companies joined large banks to launch a blockchain-driven platform for commodity trading, but this was more focused on helping industry players transition from paperwork to smart contracts. That's one hell of a statement as we close this article right here. As I tell you all many, many, many times, there's a great transfer of wealth going on right now from analog to digital. Pay attention to the ending of this article. Last November, major oil companies joined large banks to launch a blockchain-driven platform for commodity trading, but this was more focused on helping industry players transition from paperwork analog to smart contract digital. Don't get caught up and get left, family. This is Coffee and Crypto News with the Bitcoin Block Bully. Until the next podcast, peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.